Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for a new unboxing and review. Today it's the artillery Stormtrooper from Star Wars The Mandalorian. So first let's talk about the box. It's your usual Star Wars collectibles box design, which means it's a black box with a picture of a figure and the Star Wars logo. For the Mandalorian figures you have an orange brownish colored strip with an additional picture of a figure and another one there. Then when you open the first part of the box you have the usual promotional picture and then the figure. Now let's take a look at the accessories. In terms of accessories, you have the same problem as the recent Stormtroopers. And by that, I mean you don't get enough accessories. There are only 3 thermal detonators, including 1 white detonator. The problem is that if you choose to put the white detonator in the backpack, you're missing one on the belt, and if you attach it on the belt, you're missing one in the backpack. I think 2 white detonators would have been the minimum. Well, to be more precise, these are N20 baradium core thermal detonators. If you watch the episode, you see that when the Stormtrooper first fires his mortar, his backpack is full, which means he used the detonator that was attached to his belt. I know it feels like nitpicking, but when I buy a figure, I wanted to have enough accessories, especially for the price we pay. And since it's an Imperial Trooper, I think they could have included an E11 blaster as well. I know we don't see the artillery Stormtrooper with one in the series, so that's not a problem, but these Imperial Troopers don't come with many accessories. Adding a weapon or 2 could have been better. Now let's take a look at the display base. Surprise, it's not the sandy environment with footprints, it's the basic interior Star Wars display base. It's simple but great. This time they painted it in a very dark gray. You also have the usual Star Wars nameplate, and if you want, they included a sheet of plastic on which they printed a sandy environment. When we see this guy is on Titan outside, obviously since he has a mortar, for some poses the footprint space would have been a problem. I'm still hoping for them to update the sandy display base one day by removing those footprints. That'd be a perfect sandy base. I don't know how many times I've said it, and well, I'm even saying it when the figure doesn't come with one. I'm so used to talk about that base with Star Wars figures. Well, anyway, always happy to see a figure from The Mandalorian with a different display base. Now about the hands. Each hand has a slight weathering with a little bit of dirt on them. Since we see the artillery Stormtrooper in an exterior environment, I think it's good they added some dirt on the armor. You get 2 closed fist hands, then 2 open hands to hold the detonators, 1 wide open hand, another hand to hold the thermal detonators. This is actually the same type of hand that is used to hold the blaster. So if you have an additional E11 blaster or an E22 double barrel blaster, you can display him with it. And then you have a hand that can easily hold a comlink, but here I suppose it can be used to hold a detonator. Speaking of detonators, here's the 3 thermal detonators you get, a white one and 2 grey ones. The white one works with magnets, is the same that comes with other Stormtrooper figures like the Stormtrooper Squad Leader. As usual with Hot Toys, even the smallest accessories are detailed. Now the backpack. This part works with magnets. And they sculpted 3 white thermal detonators. Unfortunately, they're not removable. It's a shame. Anyway, the 3 detonators that I've just showed are removable, so at least there's that. You can easily insert them in the backpack. Like this. Finally, you have the motor. You can move the legs, the feet, along with the central part. They added some scratches at the bottom of the motor, and you can also spot some details. You can also insert a detonator within the motor, like in the series. So now let's talk about the figure. When I made my review of the Stormtrooper Squad Leader, I told you it was my first Stormtrooper from Hot Toys, but it wouldn't be my last. Well, here's my second. It's the same Stormtrooper design as the Squad Leader, but with a different color and a different weathering. I had missed on the Incinerator Stormtrooper, so I didn't want to miss this one. I ordered it the day it was released in Hong Kong. I really love the yellow-orange color for this trooper. It looks so good. I really hope we'll see the Artillery Stormtrooper again in some of this series. They have applied a little dirt effect all over the armor, so it still stays shiny, but you can tell this trooper has been on the field. I like this. The pauldron isn't exactly the same as the pauldron of the Squad Leader. There are 2 wires inside that bend it. It's accurate to how these pauldrons are in the Mandalorian. I love the Rogue One Stormtrooper helmet, the best Stormtrooper helmet in my opinion. So I appreciate that for the Mandalorian they used the same helmet design. You can't really tell on camera, but in person I love how green the lenses are. It looks great. In terms of articulation, you can move the head like this, like this, like this, so it can look up, look down, but because there's the pauldron, the head articulation is limited. The undersuit is entirely made of fabric, which means you can give him great action poses and you won't have to worry about damaging your figure over time. The pieces of armor can be moved to allow better articulation. In terms of articulation for the rest of the body, you can move the arms like this, like this. So because there's the pauldron, the left arm articulation range is a little bit limited, but that's fine. You can move the torso like this. You can move the legs. And you can also move feet. So now let's see some poses. as a fan of the Mandalorian, it's a great addition to that line of figures. I love the color pattern on this trooper. I definitely recommend it, even though I wish it came with more accessories. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye!